Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. This is the podcast where we confess our feelings in a normal way. It doesn't get all fucked up and really horrifying and really bad. It's normal. I am Emery. My pronouns are he, she, they.
And I'm Elvire. My pronouns are she, they. And this is why you don't confess your love.
You don't do it. Yeah,
we were don't.
just... Yeah, it's got to be a perpetual slow burn, like the fic Elvire was telling me about before we started recording.
I will never admit out loud that I read fic. Who does that? That's bizarre. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, so... Oh yeah, before we go any further, we should probably acknowledge Morg's not here this week. He is sick with the COVID. We are sending him all of our energy and all of our Goku power for a swift recovery.
Oh, fucking COVID.
Fucking COVID. It's bullshit.
It's the bullshittest. That's a word. It's definitely a word. Morg is with us in spirit, I'm sure.
For sure. I can feel him right next to me. He's giving me a thumbs up.
Every stupid thing I say in this episode will be in honor of Morg.
Yeah, I'm looking up at the sky and seeing Morg's giant face at 60% opacity. Anyway, so we should put a content warning here. Definitely, because this episode does get a little dark. The content warning is for some self-harm and suicide. Also, just like in general, just like some fairly gnarly body horror, and also like forcing people to take drugs against their will. So. That's all there.
It's more like experimentation on people who definitely didn't consent to that.
Definitely.
It was a really good episode. But also, what the fuck?
Also, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is really one of those episodes where it's like, Ghost Game is it might be a little intense for some of its target audience, but it still feels kid-friendly for the most part. This one is like, no, this one is gonna mess some kids up.
Yeah, there's a little, I don't know, 8-year-old Japanese kid watching that, and he's going through what 8-year-old me went through, which was like, maybe body horror is kind of fucked up. Let me explore that a bit more. I watched some fucked up movies as a kid, and now I am afraid of horror movies. That's how it goes.
That's valid.
Yeah. This one is called Twisted Love. Sometimes I don't get their titles, but this one was good.
Yeah, this one kinda nails it on the head, huh?
This was a very much like Dead Dove Don't Eat, where it said Twisted Love. And then we got to the end, and I had to be like, I didn't know what I expected.
The episode opens with just a little guy named Kyohei who was just talking to his friend Yuto. And, they say bye, they go their separate ways, and then Kyohei gets grabbed by some vines and gets his mouth forced open and has a needle stuck like uncomfortably close to his mouth, and the needle drips some purple grape juice into his mouth, and it makes him all fucked up.
Yeah. The beginning scene goes from 0 to 100 super fast.
So yeah, this funny juice, it makes his arm turn into vines.
He's clearly in pain. It's not a good transformation.
No, not at all. It's pretty rough. The body horror starts out strong. It goes in swinging.
It's like, this is what you're getting this episode. Buckle up. And I think Yuto realizes that he forgot something. Oh, what was it again? He does run back, right?
Yeah. And sees his friend all fucked up and plantified.
He's like, well, that's fucked up. Anyway, we need to move on. He has a job. This is a little businessman.
Yeah, Yuto works at a flower shop. He has a robot who is his friend. And, Yuto does deliveries. He's going around, he's, delivering the flowers. And then he realizes, oops, I forgot to give the fertilizer to that last customer. Better go back and, oh, shit, oh, no, oh, fuck,
Again?
God damn it.
You know what? If people I talk to turned into plants, if I got a nickel for every time someone I talk to turned into plants, Yuto would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. It's strange that it happened twice in the same day.
And then it happens a third goddamn time, so he's like, okay, all right, I think I'm in business here. I'm really getting some capital on this, seeing people turn into plants and getting a nickel, you know, business.
He's a businessman.
Yeah.
He's a businessman.
Like our friend Jellymon.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out, like, in the beginning scene, we get some close-ups of his robot that aren't ominous at all.
Not at all, no. Definitely not foreshadowing that this robot will be important or anything.
And it's like, I wonder, if you're really young, do you pick up on that?
Yeah, no.
We pick up on that because we know that's how it's framed. Like, this is definitely plot relevant, otherwise it wouldn't be framed like this. I think if you're young, you're like, oh, look at this cute little robot being a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is being a friend.
Imagine not being completely brain poisoned that your media literacy becomes too high. We see this robot and we instantly know, oh, this is an important robot because we've seen television.
Yeah. Ooh, we get a little close up on his weird eye. That's fine. That's good. Mm-hmm. I love it.
So Yuto, all this shit's happening to him. All these people are turning into plants around him. So what's he gonna do about it? Well,
Ghostbusters.
He happens to be a follower of Lirarune, and it just so happens that one of the photos on Ruli's Instagram has like a blurry picture of Hiro in the background.
To be fair, I think anyone that knows Hiro would recognize him everywhere.
Yeah, he has like a distinctive haircut.
And his little dude energy just...
Yeah.
It's really high. It's hard not to notice.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he has a vibe to him. Gammamon recognized him even when he was a shadow monster, so, he's just one of those guys you can pick out of a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Or blurry pictures.
Exactly, yeah. He's like the anti-Sasquatch. People look at a blurry photo of him and say, oh yeah, that's Hiro, I know him.
But Yuto hasn't learned his lesson about talking to people. So he calls up Hiro and is like, yo, dude, we gotta meet up. We gotta sit together. We gotta have a little talk. Nothing bad will happen if we do.
Yeah. Man, there would definitely be like a History Channel show about finding out if Amanokawa Hiro exists. Searching for Omanakawa Hiro, and it would be over in one episode because they would find him and be like, there he is.
For some reason, I keep thinking like this guy is like trying to be a criminal, right? Because he knows how to pick locks. He has some criminal underground level skills. He's trying to be a criminal, but every security guard ever, even when they're falling asleep, they just notice him immediately on their little video camera in front of them. I'm like, oh, oh, I know that one. I know who that is. But then they let him continue, of course, because, you look at that little dude. What are you going to do? Crush his dreams of being a criminal? Hell no.
They're like, oh, that's just Hiro. He comes here and steals shit sometimes.
It's fine.
Anyway, so Yuto apparently knows Hiro because, Hiro's dad used to be a frequent customer at his flower shop. He apparently doesn't know that Hokuto disappeared mysteriously some months ago, and is like, wow, your dad doesn't come around the flower shop anymore. Tell him to swing by. My dad is sad that he hasn't seen him. So, and I'm like, oh, okay. Hokuto, monster fucker, and bisexual.
He asks, hey, how's your dad doing? And Hiro answered, he's fine, I guess.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like, do people in general know that this boy is living on his own?
Apparently not.
Because I think he just didn't mention it. And he's so used to taking care of himself that nobody else has noticed.
I mean, what's he gonna say? My dad's trapped in another dimension, and sometimes a funny little cat comes around and gives me holograms to tell me how he's doing. Also, he sent me this funny little dinosaur once. He's my biological brother.
My dad isn't here right now. My mom and my dad are on a break because dad wanted to go to another dimension to fuck dinosaurs. We don't talk about it. And Yuto's like, that's weird. Who would want to fuck a Digimon? And we all look at the screen and think, And meanwhile, Kyoshiro is a babysitter again. I love that Hiro thinks this boy is responsible enough to be a babysitter.
I mean, maybe not be a babysitter so much as, like, responsible enough to sit him down in front of the TV and hope nothing goes wrong.
Maybe it's the other way around. Like, oh, Kyoshiro has all these bad things happen to him. I'll leave Gamamon in his room.
Yeah. So Gamamon's watching some cool mecha anime. He loves it. He's having a great time. Hiro's downstairs doing laundry, and, there's Vines. It's Vines o'clock. And not the funny 6-second video Vines, put a needle in your mouth Vines.
And it takes longer than 6 seconds. It's not fun. But Gamamon's vibe check is literally always on. This boy doesn't have an off button. So he's immediately like, shit's off. We gotta run.
Yeah, it's like Spider Senses, but for vibes.
I also wrote...
Stanley is far too cowardly to ever think of Gamamon's cool powers.
Mm-hmm. Gamamon does a little growl. I know this because I wrote down Gamamon does a little growl, and then I wrote a little heart next to it. It brings me a lot of joy.
It's good. I love
it's
Gamamon.
It's really good.
So, as the Vine monster is, like, putting the needle in Hiro's mouth, they say 1 hour, and previously for some of the other victims we've seen, they've also said, like, increments of time, like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, so this is a weird freak with a stopwatch, the worst kind of freak.
I never look at my watch.
Yeah. Who the hell tells... The only valid reason you would ever look at a clock is A, you've gotta be on time for your podcast recording, which I was not today, or you're just watching the clock waiting for your shift to end.
True. Or in my case, you gotta get to the train.
Yeah.
Like, things that leave at a specific time, I guess. Everything else is like... I have a friend who goes crazy on that. Like, I am never on time for anything. I don't know how to read a clock. I don't know. I look at those little funny hands moving and I think, haha, that's funny.
Yeah. So, damn, why does it keep going TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok.
Is it?
That's giving me stress. I don't want it, so I don't look at it. Catch me being an hour late when you meet up with me.
So Kyoshiro and Gamamon show up. The vine monster goes away before it can give Hiro any of the grape juice. So yeah. So then Hiro's like, wow, damn, I guess shit's pretty serious with Yuto, huh? I guess this guy's really trying to turn everyone he talks to into plant freaks.
Kyoshiro's like, why does this always happen to you? And I'm sitting there like, Kyoshiro, my man, I don't want to drag you, but it happens to you a lot as well. He's just as bad. He was gonna ignore it. He was gonna pretend that it wasn't happening. Hiro knows this.
Yeah.
He immediately says, I don't think we can ignore this one, Kyoshiro.
He's like, sorry, homie. We've turns out we gotta do the thing that we do every week.
Yeah, it's we gotta hit our monthly quota. We gotta hit the numbers. We haven't had a ghost yet this week, so you know, do it for the fans.
Yeah, so they get in touch with Ruli. They all go over to Yuto's flower shop, and Ruli is like so on her influencer bullshit. It's incredible. She's like, yeah, she's making a huge show of it, you know, talking about how she has to protect her followers, you know, she can't let a single one of her subscribers get killed by a monster.
She's constantly doing like a power stance and putting herself in the middle of a circle.
It's very good.
It's amazing. We get a lot of funny bits with Yuto being like, these are holograms, right? This is a hologram that I'm looking at, right? Because Gamamon is not winning the stealth mission.
For sure.
Absolutely not.
No.
And Hiro Casticles be like, haha, technology, am I right?
Gamamon didn't even bring his cardboard box to this mission.
He's got the newspaper with 2 little holes cut out. But he put his whole head through.
Yeah. He's wearing like a 1950s fedora, you know, just being real inconspicuous.
But Yuto also isn't genre savvy, so he believes that these are holograms, despite what his subconscious is definitely telling him. And they follow him around a bit, right? We get to see him on the job again, and we see his robot, which gives everyone the cold shoulder.
Yeah, we see this robot, and this robot is very rude. It doesn't say hi to Gamamon. We learn that this robot's name is GW1. That probably doesn't stand for anything important.
No.
And yeah, we just see the gang. They're spending some time with Yuto because that's gone super well for everyone in the past. We see Kyoshiro talking to Yuto about how Yuto talks to flowers when he's watering them and taking care of them. And it's like, oh, this little wuss, he likes flowers.
Yeah, and Kyoshiro is like, I think at a certain point he says, oh, maybe I should pick up gardening. Not one with bugs, though.
Damn.
It's like, Kyoshiro, have you ever been in a garden? I was in a garden this morning. It was covered in bugs. That's how it works. That's the good part.
Yeah, I think Kyoshiro's definitely not gonna be into gardening by the end of this episode.
No, I think he will hate plants. He will burn every plant he sees and get in trouble at school for destroying school property, because I imagine every classroom has to have... Oh, he doesn't have to go to class. Okay, no, the class plants are safe.
Yeah.
We know that Kyoshiro talked to Yuto for 15 minutes. Because that's what the creepy vines tell us.
Yeah, Kyoshiro gets attacked, and Jellymon finally shows up in the episode just in time to stop Kyoshiro from drinking the grape juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally the first time Jellymon's shown up in the episode. She's been waiting the whole episode to make a dramatic entrance just so she can save Kyoshiro, and then she immediately chides him for for getting himself in danger again. It's pretty funny.
It's funny because later she will not agree with any plan that could endanger her boyfriend.
Yeah. She loves it when Kyoshiro is safe.
The only danger Kyoshiro is allowed to be in is Jellymon-induced danger.
Exactly. Oh, there's only one person allowed to traumatize this teen.
I mean, the thing is, Kyoshiro agrees, so...
It's true. The gang decides, well, this vine monster is definitely trying to kill everyone. We should all stick together. We should all keep an eye on Yuto. That means we definitely got a camp, and, Ruli is the one, making, saying,
huge
we must...
declaration.
We must protect this innocent boy. We have to keep my followers safe. Completely on her bullshit again, and then Hiro is like, "Oh, we should make camp. We should do camping." And Gamamon loves this idea. He loves camping in tents.
And Ruli's just kind of mad, like, no, my whole declaration, it was... Kyoshiro has gotten so many speeches. It was Ruli's turn, and it got taken from her.
Yeah. They're all settling in for the night. They're grilling up some food. They're making some chocolate fondue, which Gamamon eats and loves. And and Yuto is like, I guess that hologram can eat food. And
Hiro awkwardly laughs and says, yeah.
Wow, the new models these days, huh?
Yeah, the new models. They're great.
I love how far we've come since episode 2, when Gamamon wasn't allowed to eat a free sample because it would look suspicious, and now it's just like, he can do what he wants. No one gives a shit.
I remember these commercials from when I was little for Baby Born, because it could eat and shit, and that's how he's holding up Gamamon right now. Like, this is my Digimon, my hologram that can eat and shit, and it's like, congratulations, you. Nobody wanted that.
Yeah, and I don't know why they made him like that. I have to feed him all the time. It sucks.
I'm so tired. He means the batteries are depleted. It's so advanced. I loved it.
God.
It was a really cute camping trip with lots of little funny things.
It was very good.
I am wondering who decided to give Kyoshiro solo guarding duty.
Probably Jellymon forced him into it.
I feel like they were supposed to do it with their Digimon, but Jellymon said, "No, I need my beauty sleep. You do it."
And then instead of sleeping, she definitely went off to do some girl boss shit. She definitely just wandered off and made a sail somewhere.
Jellymon's the type that would, on a camping trip, just fluff up her blankets to make it look like she's underneath and just leave.
Why would she sleep when she could be hustling?
Money never sleeps.
Anyway,
the little robot just casually rolls up to Kyoshiro, and Kyoshiro loves mechanics, so he's instantly, like, calm, like, oh, it's just GW1, it's fine.
It's just a little robot. Robots would never be haunted.
And it's like, Kyoshiro, do you not learn? You don't deserve nice things. Something bad will happen to you.
And then something bad does happen. A bunch of vines shoot out of the robot's eyes.
The robots is evil? No.
Oh.
What the hell?
How could this be?
And the Divines are, like, in a really greedy mood, so just Kyosho isn't enough. They also, like, sneak in and grab Yuto. Kept writing Yuto in my notes. And then it felt very much like a Scooby-Doo episode with the lights that are suddenly out, like, because everyone's awake.
Yeah. Everyone was ready for this shit. Everyone was absolutely ready for Kyoshiro to fuck up. They have their phone flashlights ready. They're fully prepared for this to happen.
They're so prepared that the robot Digimon that we don't know the name of yet runs.
Yeah, it grabs Kyoshiro and Yuto and books it out of there. And Jellymon definitely blames this on Kyoshiro again. She's like, "Wow, you can't even go one night without getting kidnapped. Great job."
Jellymon is so... she needs help as well. I wrote down, you can follow the trail of tears that Kyoshiro leaves behind, like breadcrumbs.
Yeah, he is crying a lot, huh?
There's this scene and they're disappearing in the distance and there's just this massive tears. I shouldn't find that funny, but it was. And Hiro immediately says, "Oh, we should go to the digital world."
Yeah.
And Jellymon's like, No, that will actually put my Kyosho in danger. We can't do that to my darling.
Yeah, she's genuinely concerned about Kyoshiro's safety for, we like to see it. We like Jellymon being responsible once an episode.
Yeah, she gets to do it once.
Exactly. But yeah, so... Yeah, she says that if Yuto disappears, then, this Digimon, whose name that we do learn is Ayataramon, she says that Ayataramon, if she loses her one hostage of Yuto, who knows what she'd do to Kyoshiro. So they can't go to the digital, to the pseudo-digital world.
And we see Yuto and Kyoshiro tied up with some vines to some huge, I guess, concrete pillars.
Yeah, they're like in a parking garage or something.
Kyoshiro not having a good time.
No.
Like, I didn't want to do this. I knew this would happen. I don't want to be here. He's a very whiny hostage. All the evil Digimon have like a review app for people that they kill and take hostage, and Kyoshiro has just like 0 stars.
Damn, no one. Yeah, he's trying to get a really low rating on hologram Uber because then he'll get kicked on the service and he won't be kidnapped anymore.
That's how it works.
Anyway.
We learn about I wrote this Digimon's name different every single time. Ayataramon? No.
Ayataramon.
Ayataramon is obsessed with Yuto. So this is an unhealthy obsession, stalker. This is a stalker.
Oh yeah, this is the one relationship more unhealthy than Kyoshiro and Jellymon's.
If you spend a lot of time with someone, but that other person doesn't know about it, that's not a relationship. That's a criminal offense.
No, but Yuto does know about Ayataramon. He definitely talks to them all the time, not just talking to flowers.
This is why maybe I shouldn't be nice to my plants. I'm looking at my potted plant right next to me. I'm thinking, that's risky. Beat it in a fight? I don't know.
Yeah, so Ayataramon does give their whole backstory about how, they
came to the human world.
Yeah, and no one could see them or talk to them except for Yuto, who talked to them all the time. And we see, some recorded hologram videos of Yuto definitely talking to flowers.
Yeah, definitely random flowers.
Yeah. And yeah, Yuto is saying to the flowers, keep growing, don't give up, and, be good flowers. It will go well if you don't give up.
I love the emphasis you put there, almost like that will be relevant in a minute. Ayataramon, I'm never gonna say it right, has come to the conclusion that I guess is how stalkers think. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be human. Humans are gross, which, valid. I think that too a lot of the times. Yuto shouldn't be human, and then we can be together. And I'm like, no, that went real quick. No one has even forbidden this relationship yet. There's been no interaction between the Digimon and the human where both were aware. But the instant decision was taken that they both have to be Digimon for this to work out.
Definitely, yeah. No, you can't be a Digimon and date a human. That would be gay.
That would be gay. Yeah, that's the problem here. It would be gay.
It would be gay.
This is what the church has warned me about.
This is what fucking Digimon God from Tamers has warned us about.
This is the real gay agenda. You can't even deny it. Sort of is.
So yeah, Ayataramon says Digimon and humans can't date. Kyoshiro says, wait a minute, hold on now.
What does this say about... I hadn't even thought that far. Oh my god. See, but because it's a Digimon and a human, it's unhealthy. And it's only fixed if Yuto also becomes a Digimon. We gotta give him some props to this lovesick fool. She did write her science down. She did do experiments. It's not like just random.
Yeah,
She was in fact seeing how much she needed.
She's doing the clinical trials.
Mamimon would love her. Kyosho is very much ready to throw other people under the bus to prevent being experimented on. He very much is like, what about Yuto's parents though? Shouldn't you try them first? Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, they've definitely spent longer talking to Yuto. That's how you're doing your selection process, right? And Ayataramon is like, you dumbass. If I used Yuto's parents in my twisted experiments, then the boy wouldn't have caretakers anymore.
Which is...
So, they know that these experiments are possibly deadly and are fucking people up, so that's great.
Which makes it even worse, that we're going after people that Yuto talked to. Because not only is it stalkerage, it's also like, Yuto should have no friends, only me.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not looking good from any angle. There's really no saving this one, Chief.
So they feed Kyoshiro the grape juice.
And he's allergic to fruits, actually.
Oh yeah, he doesn't react well to it. This scene is really pretty fucked up because he is like writhing on the ground and screaming, and the animation is like, ooh, real visceral. These scenes are like really fucked up to watch. He's turning into a plant. His right arm and both his legs become vines as he's like screaming and having a body horror moment.
Yeah, it looks really bad. But a small part of me that really likes to watch movies with body horror is like, hell yeah. That was some sick-ass animation. That looked really good.
That's valid.
I'm sad for the boy, but it did look good. Looked really good.
Listen, this isn't the first time we've had fun watching Kyoshiro suffer.
I'm starting to feel a bit bad about it, though. Let this boy be happy. But I don't think he would let himself be happy, considering his choice in girlfriend.
True. No, he's destined for misery. He loves it.
Yeah, he is. Keep trying to make the same joke. Gamamon also doesn't believe in reading clocks, because he arrives a couple of minutes late.
Yeah, definitely.
For saving Kyoshiro, which is a bit sad, but what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, so the others show up. We get Battle Gamamon and Simbara and Goramon evolutions. They both try fighting Ayataramon, but Ayataramon kind of stomps them. Jellymon also gets in there and throws hands, but she just gets slapped down immediately.
Kind of painful to watch.
Yeah.
Usually I like it when Jellymon answers a battle all confident and then immediately gets smacked down. But this wasn't that, because Jellymon definitely knew she didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, she's trying so hard. She wants to protect Kyoshiro.
She just went for it. It's really good. I think it's Hiro who has like the brain cells in this episode and the absolute master plan. He's like, what is the one thing that this Digimon is obsessed with? And he just starts playing clips of Yuto talking to plants and to Go Well Robot. Because that's what GW stands for, apparently.
Yeah, we did forget to mention that. Yeah, the GW stands for Go Well, from, Yuto talking about if you try hard, things will go well.
Kyoshiro is very proud of himself when he figured this out. It's his one moment of happiness in this entire episode, I think.
Yeah, he connects the dots. He loves it. He still turns into a plant.
So he's Ayataramon is distracted by a pretty boy, whomst among us. And Hiro yells, Jellymon, go for it! And I love these kind of scenes. And Jellymon just runs and electrify hugs Kyoshiro.
Yeah, she really fucking electrocutes the shit out of him. It goes on for a while.
This boy definitely died a couple of times in this scene.
Oh yeah, no. His heart definitely stopped and restarted somewhere in there. God. So, yeah, last week we were talking about how Jellymon definitely watched the Pokemon anime and said, I like this little yellow bitch. And I want to take that a step further. So, Elvier, do you know the one Pokemon movie where Pikachu speaks English and says I love you to Ash?
I do not.
Okay.
What the hell?
I'm gonna fucking Google this real quick. Hold on.
What the hell? I thought we were gonna make a joke about the first episode where Pikachu definitely electrocutes Ash multiple times. There's a movie where he speaks English.
Okay, so it's called Pokemon the Movie I Choose You.
A very original title for a Pokemon movie.
Let me see if I can actually find this clip, because it's really funny.
I don't know what I'm going to be saying. I don't want it. Only one Pokemon should be able to speak, and it's Meowth.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
Oh no. The quality of this as well.
Oh yeah, someone is definitely, filming this in the theater, which is essential to the experience.
Pikachu, why won't you get more Pokemon? It's because... to be with you.
What the hell? What did I just watch? I wasn't expecting the tone of voice. This is not Pikachu to me. Also, why did it sound so like love? It sounded like romantic love.
So here's where I'm going with this.
Okay.
I think Jellymon watched this movie specifically and said, I can Pikachu.
Yeah, and she really wants to recreate this specific moment where you're nearly dying in each other's arms.
Yeah.
Guy in the movie theater who just tells no, that's me.
God.
What a beautiful clip. Oh, someone was gonna react.
The live reaction is so fucking... it's just... Perfect video clip. Absolutely perfect content. Everyone in the theater sees this clip of Pikachu saying I love you and just fucking screams. Everyone is just in despair over what they've seen. It rules.
I think I definitely took some psychic damage.
Yeah, so that's Jellymon's favorite movie now.
I'm gonna call in sick tomorrow at work. I'm sorry, I can't teach a class. Pikachu said I love you and it's horrifying.
Yeah, Morg who has COVID or Elvir who just watched that clip, who's in more pain right now.
God. And we get Tesla Jellymon after the electrifying hug where Jellymon apparently declares her love for Kyoshiro, but Kyoshiro was passed out for those seconds, so she'll have to do it again. Tragic.
Tragic. Yeah, so with Tesla Jellymon evolved, they managed to team up on Ayataramon and kick their ass. So Ayataramon, they get all beaten up, but they're still like, oh, I still want to turn Yuto into a plant, I'm still on my bullshit. But then Ruli has a fucking culmination of her influencer bullshit where she like fucking T-poses and stands between Yuto and Ayataramon. It kicks ass.
Yeah, Ruli really is going through this episode as if there is constantly a video camera directly pointed directly at her. I love it.
She is fully ready to die for her subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah, if Ruli would start a pyramid scheme like, I don't know, Jellymon once did, Ruli would in fact not be okay with her pyramid scheme victims being in physical pain.
Yeah, she would...
Like, she's a businesswoman, but she has morals.
Yeah, no, she would... Yeah, she would definitely invite you into this pyramid scheme. Yeah, and then, you know, personally to show up to fight every one of your customers who is rude to you when you're trying to sell to them.
Scam them. Yeah. And then Yuto has to explain to his obsessed stalker, Ayataramon, I can remember a name for an hour. That's how long I have to talk about it. I can do that. And Yuto's like, I don't want to become a Digimon, actually. Good being human, which, you know, wouldn't be my choice. But to each their own.
Yeah, listen, TF isn't for everyone.
I was gonna headcanon Yuto as trans, but I think this sort of cancels it out. I'm very sad about it, but you know, what can you do? And then Ayataramon makes a decision.
Yeah. She says, Yuto doesn't like monster TF, then how about human TF? Then here's where the content warning part comes in. They take out a pink needle this time and fucking stab themselves with it, and they say, oh, this is gonna turn me into a human. And guess what? This shit's not gone through the clinical trials. This is not FDA approved because that shit kills them.
And it takes really long.
Yeah.
For starters.
Ooh, and like from moment one, we already see like their vines like turning brown and withering. It's like, oh, this went real bad.
Pieces are falling off them.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrifying to watch because they keep going like, oh, I'll be human and we'll be together and it'll be better. And it's
yeah, they're like,
just keep going, I'll grow, it'll go well, and it's fucking painful to watch.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I don't need this. I don't need all this shit to be human, as like their vines and armor are just like sloughing off.
It was really upsetting to watch.
It was real rough. Everyone is horrified looking at this.
This is gee, I really wonder about the target audience when I look at that.
And then like fucking both of their arms fall off, and it's you know, Yuto actually goes to them and is like, you know, sort of approaches them, but, you know, before he can touch them, they just fucking disintegrate.
And, like, we've seen some deaths in this series, but this one was really fucking horrifying. This is probably
the roughest death we've seen so far. This one was a lot to watch.
Yeah. It's a really good episode, but it's really heavy.
For sure.
So I'm glad that it ends with a little joke.
Yeah, for sure. So real quick, Gamamon's witnessed another death now. Does he understand death yet? Do we know where he is with that?
I don't know. The fact that we didn't get a new episode this week is extremely cruel. But also, like, a really good decision, I guess, if you want to lengthen a cliffhanger, because that's sort of what we get.
For sure.
Because we definitely don't see Gamamon's reaction, beside the fact that he looks at some plants some more at the end.
Yeah.
Also, Kyoshiro is like this now.
Yeah. So after Ayataramon dies, you know, we see a few scenes in Yuto's flower shop. The robot is definitely, like, broken now. It's just, like, holding up a welcome sign. It's just sort of been reduced to a decoration. You know, we get the line from Angoramon who says, "Is love a flower or not? Will it blossom beautifully or tragically fall, unable to choose its own path?" Yeah, we do get Gamamon hanging out with Yuto and smelling some flowers. Gamamon's just riding around on Yuto's back, so Yuto definitely, you know, between that and the entire monster fight he just saw, he definitely has to know that Gamamon's not a real hologram. It is definitely an open secret that these kids are just friends with actual fucking monsters.
How did that conversation go, though? Because, like, his monster just, after confessing their love, killed themselves. And then does Hero walk up and is like, "Oh, by the way, this one's my brother." And then Wooly walks up and is like, "This one's my best friend."
Yeah.
And Kyosho is lying on the ground, so he can't talk. So
Yeah.
Jellymon does it for him, and Jellymon's like, "Yo, it's my boyfriend."
Yeah, so, you know, between between Hokuto and Dino Milf and Kyoshiro and Jellymon, you know, that's like 2 out of 3 Digimon human romances that have apparently gone successfully. So, you know, they're not all like this.
Did they give Yuto the talk like, I know this one wasn't for you, but don't write them all off. Oh, this boy needs to go into therapy. Like this. There's no way you just recover from that. I would need to go into therapy if I saw that.
You know who's gonna need the most therapy though? I know you've been waiting to talk about this scene.
I'm really glad that we got some screenshots of it now.
Yeah.
Just for personal reasons. So Kyoshiro doesn't magically get fixed at the end of this episode.
No,
Shocking.
he's still Plant Boy.
Shocking. And Jellymon, having read a lot of books and seen a lot of movies, knows exactly what she has to do. So she got herself a little nurse hat.
She has
a little syringe.
She has one of those little pink and white nurse's caps with a heart on the front of it.
Because she's a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, exactly. This is her Nurse Joy cosplay.
Yeah, and she has a syringe. And Kyoshiro has bad experiences with syringes because, you know, it changed him into a fucking vine monster. And she's just... worst bedside manner I've ever seen. I love it. I love it so much.
Fucking holding him down while he's struggling, trying to inject him with this antidote that apparently Mummymon made.
She's smiling the entire time.
She's having so much fun. She's got her little hat and everything. She is ready for this.
She is definitely going to be doing this again, whether Kyoshiro needs it or not. This is a thing she has discovered about herself, and we'll see how that goes for her. But I'm glad that she's having fun.
She's having so much fun traumatizing her boyfriend.
It's like she's happy when she can traumatize him on a regular day, but like when no one can stop her because it's necessary. Everyone's on her side? Mm-hmm. That's Christmas come early.
Oh, it's so good. It's her favorite. She loves it.
It was such a good ending.
She's like, no, I'm doing this so that you can be healthy again.
She's like, I did sign up for a human Digimon relationship. This is not going to be taken away from me.
Yeah, gotta make sure you stay human.
I gotta keep my monster fucker reputation up.
Oh, so
good episode.
Sure was an episode. God, there were definitely some, I think, very intentional parallels drawn, like between Ayataramon and Jellymon in this episode. I don't know. We may even want to like save that till later, though, when Morg can also join in on the conversation. Also, we're running a little long right now, and I don't want to keep you.
And we can do it next week because I assume we won't be discussing next week's episode since it was mostly a recap.
We might talk about it a little. Yeah, we might talk about it a little, but I'm thinking that my plan for next week is that we do another Ghost Gayest. We finally talk about the Rookie Renamon episodes that I've been rubbing my grubby little hands together over.
I look forward to it because I have my last exam this week, so I can finally enjoy things again.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that is episodes 6 and 18 of Digimon Tamers that we'll be covering next week. I think we'll also touch on the special episode of Ghost Game that aired yesterday. Yeah,
and then a little segment to go deeper into how fucked up Jellymon is and how much we love her.
Exactly, yeah.
As well.
All right, so I think that about covers it. Elvir, what are your plugs?
My plugs, right. This is my only podcast, so if you like my voice, just hit that repeat button, I guess. And I have a Twitter, which is @eriviru. That's all you've got. That's all I've got.
All right, let me see if I can do Morg's plugs from memory. Morg is on Twitter @HauntingTheMorg. They're also on a podcast called Departure Lounge. That's a Hunter x Hunter podcast that is currently inactive. They're also on Forward ReZero, a ReZero rewatch podcast. They're also on Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. And
I think that's
it. Yeah.
I think that's all of them.
Right, so I'm Emery. I'm on For Affinity. My username is Space Robot. I'm also on a podcast called Gone Will Hunting that may or may not become active again in the next few weeks. We're gonna see what happens. We're working on it. We're progress is going a little slower than expected, but we'll get there eventually. That's what I'm pushing for. We're gonna release episodes one of these days.
I believe in you.
So yeah. That's it for me. We are on Twitter @DigiGhostGaze. We're also on Discord, which you can find linked in our show notes. Go there, have fun in our spoiler chat. Join us for Digi Mondays every Monday at 7 Eastern. Come watch me draw some funny little comics, which I'm trying to do every Friday now. Probably not every Friday, but if I'm feeling up to it on Fridays
on Good Fridays.
Yeah. On Fridays where my brain is working and I'm able to hold a conversation and also draw at the same time.
That's a lot of things that need to be able.
Yeah,
go well.
That's a lot of conditional modifiers. So go join our Discord. It's a fun place. Great people. And where else there's great people? Hosting the various podcasts of Noisespace.xyz, which is the network we are a part of. You can go there, listen to all sorts of great shows. That's at Noisespace.xyz. We've talked about the podcasts before. We listen to many of the podcasts on this network.
We listen to way too many of them.
It's good shit.
It's good content. It's the thing. It's all good. You can pick a random podcast.
Yeah.
And it's a good one.
Even if you don't know shit about the related media property, you'll probably have a good time.
I don't know shit about 90% of the podcasts I listen to. I'm genuinely just there for the good jokes.
It's just that good.
It's just that good.
All right, I think that about covers it. So, until next time, all you poltergeist ghouls and non-binaries, Digimon is
for the game.
Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.